I also have some good news. Good news and bad news. What's it called? What's it called? Sienna is here. What's it called?
Yay!
Yeah, so it's really awesome. Yeah, what's it called? The one and only Sienna Moffitt. She's kind of like UCLA royalty now.
No.
Yeah, big celebrity on campus.
Yeah. Or at least nobility. Yeah, and what's it called? Unfortunately, she's a little under the weather. And what's it called? And that's why she had she had forgotten because she was not feeling good all day. So yeah, and if I had known, I would have said, you can just stay. But you insisted.
And I woke up about 8:41, and it's 8:41 now, and I was like, oh my gosh, this show and this wonderful boy was so kind to ask me on here, so I had to run over here.
Yeah.
What a trooper. She came here all out of breath, not feeling well, tuned her guitar in 2 seconds.
It's my fault, though, because I didn't corroborate hours in advance. Because I thought of that. I said I was gonna ask. I was like I should ask. I was like, no, it'll be fine. What's it called? I should have checked though.
Good learning lesson, but not all your fault. So
no. I guess all the blame gets just spread around. Even you, Asmita.
Yeah.
Yeah, even you. This is partially your fault.
Oh well. Sorry.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Brought those bad vibes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, what's it called? I radiate bad vibes. I was going to say, bring up a particular, vibrating device, but I decided not to take in that direction.
That's the vibe I bring in.
Yeah,
guys.
I was like,
Tune in Wednesdays for more weird vibrations.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess, what's it called? Well, I want to ask you, what's it called? You, performed in Spring Sing, obviously. So yeah. So how did you? Had you always known about that? Has that been like a big goal of yours, like since being a Bruin or whatever?
Well, I did go to it last year and had known the wonderful Sarah Summers and was so excited to see her up there, and it was probably my favorite event of the year. And when I saw the flyers for it this fall about the info meeting, I was like, I must go to that. And most of the songs, I haven't written many songs, I just started in September or August, but they had all been very lengthy songs, and the maximum time for Spring Sing was 3 minutes, and I was like, oh brother, I have to write a whole new song. So that was my goal for Winter Break, was to write a song that I could use for the Spring Sing audition. And the last day of Winter Break, it just came out, and I auditioned, and I'm so fortunate to have been chosen to be in it, and it was just an incredible experience. And also, all the musicians in the show were just so cool.
Yeah,
I was
they were great.
Starstruck backstage.
Yeah, what was your song? Can you tell us about your song? I'm really interested, because that's interesting to me that you wrote it.
I did write it, yes. It's called I Shan't Be There, parentheses, When You Go. And it's very much so a story song. I'm speaking to someone directly, and I could go into a lot of detail, but I don't know if we have time.
You have I usually do 30 to 40-minute interviews, so you can go and say talk however
awesome.
However you
How long does the show run for?
2 hours.
Oh,
yeah, and what's it called?
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to expound.
Okay. Well, so if you would like, to those of you listening out there, the lyrics so you can see them again and know what I'm saying. I have a Facebook page I just made, and it's I feel silly, but I figure I should just
plug, yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, if you look at my name, Sienna Moffitt, the lyrics are on the Facebook page, so you can read them if you want. And also, the Spring Sing has now posted all the videos from the show, so you can listen to the song.
Very cool.
But my favorite part of the song is the beginning. I'm talking so I went to an arts high school, and I was there for acting. And one of my favorite acting professors, Pete Uribe, he's a brilliant man. He would always, when he was driving around, driving home at night from school or from wherever he was coming from, he would listen to soundtracks and imagine these scenarios that were inspired by what he was listening to. And he'd come to class and use them with us. So he would play some music and be like, okay, I want you to imagine X. And then when I clap, imagine that this happened to you. And shows how your emotions change, etc., etc. And this one that really stuck with me was, I don't quite remember what he said, but I have this very strong image in my mind of what I had pictured when he was talking to us. And it's basically this, just flat land for as far as you can see. And there's this eroding white Colosseum in the middle of the land. And there's this white horse inside, just, ramming the walls of it. And the horse, is so like wants to get out, and like feels so pent up, but doesn't know what's beyond the walls because he can't see, and that's all he knows is what's inside the Coliseum. And then there's these people who come by in the air, and I always pictured like a hot air balloon, but who knows, it could be a plane or whatnot. And I feel like a hot air balloon is very romantic.
Yeah, very romantic. I was about to say.
But they come by and they can see the horse, and they can see how it's struggling, and they know that it can't see beyond what it can see, but it can but they can see everything. You know, they can see what the horse's world is, but they can see how much else there's out there.
Right.
And after class, I went up to him. I was like, Pete, like, what? Like, tell me about why you had us do that. And he basically explained that the imagery of the horse being stuck in there, that's innocence, and the idea that like you feel so stubborn and you're all pent up, and people may see you and like think that you're being like ridiculous and you're being like an angsty teen or whatnot. But it's really just because you don't know what else is out there. And,
Yeah.
and I thought it was like always stuck with me.
Wow,
And
that
so-
is a really cool metaphor.
Yeah, really beautiful. So the person I'm talking to, I'm like, oh, like, I think that maybe, I don't want to get into many details, but
Understandably.
Keep the mystery.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the beginning part is what's most
Wow,
important to me.
that is super interesting.
Yeah, and what's it called? So what's it called? Was it very I guess intimidating? What's it called? Going with such a personal song before like hundreds, possibly thousands of people.
Yeah, over 9,000 people were
Oh my
there.
God.
So it was. I didn't feel too nervous, but I was nervous about becoming nervous once I got on there because, as I mentioned, I haven't been writing songs for long, and I grew up performing. So like I've been on a stage in front of lots of people before, but the first time I ever sang a song that I'd written in front of a couple hundred people in class in fall quarter, I got so nervous I like started to cry a little bit and like couldn't sing, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So I was scared that was gonna happen. And I mean, you can hear it in my voice looking at the video. I'm like, wow, I sound a lot more nervous than I felt. But I was pretty
you
nervous.
could tell that it meant a lot to you. I think that just cemented that.
That's cool.
I think it added to your performance.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, what's it called? Of course, like heartfelt performances are always the best, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who wants to hear somebody singing like what's it called, like, oh, the wheels on the bus go round and round, I guess,
yes,
you know?
the winning Spring Sing performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Wheels on the bus.
That's what I auditioned with. For some reason, I didn't get it.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, I know. I don't
I'm sure
understand.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Was it the same song you auditioned with?
It was, yes.
Oh,
so you have
very
to know
cool.
quite early like what song you would want to perform.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it's all you've been working on for more than one quarter then. You've been preparing for it this whole time.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Although I must say, so for the performers, because we audition with what we're going to perform, there's very little work from the time we audition to the time the show is.
Yeah.
But then there's company in the show, and they're kind of like the MCs / transition. Like they have skits between each song.
Right. Nathan Gallivan's my comedy manager.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, we were making fun of him because he's a big man on campus too now.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
He's so cool.
He was on TotalFratMove.com.
Really?
What?
Yes,
Wait,
front
for what?
page. He was in a what is it called? A thumbnail for the video for one of their company videos with Brett Hundley,
That's awesome.
and it was on TotalFratMove.com.
That was a funny video. If no one's seen that, you should look up Brett Huntley, the Enforcer.
Yes.
Really hilarious.
What's the website? Total Frat Movie?
Total Frat Move.
Oh, okay. Total
Like,
Frat
what a
Move.
frat move.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And as we know, Nathan is so fratty.
Oh, yeah.
He
it's
is?
bratty
So
guy.
fratty.
No, not
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you did there.
I don't know. For those of you who don't know Nathan, so he's a really cool guy. I know I've wanted to meet him since I came here last year. He was also in company last year, so I probably recognized him from there. But this summer, I was like taking a nap on a couch with the TV on in the background, and I was just like hanging out, and the Conan show was on. Right? Conan.
Yep.
And we actually have the photo up here in
Yes,
the station.
we do.
And I'm like laying there, and like they have the interns come out for the Conan show. So it's like nearing the end of the summer, so the end of their
Right.
internship. And it shows like these 3 or 4 kids, and I was like, wow, that guy looks really familiar. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder why. And they get to him, and it's like Nathan Gallivan, UCLA, and I was like, oh my gosh, he goes to
Right?
our school.
I know.
So-
Casual celebrity.
Really though, like he kind of is.
Oh, my God.
But during the show this year, I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, I know I'd regret never meeting you, so I just want to like say like hi. I think you're really cool." And he was like, "Oh, thanks."
Thanks.
Nice boy.
Yeah.
Well, now people are going to do that to you because you're at Spring
Yeah.
Sings. It's pretty.
A little bit, yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny.
A little bit. It's like you already. I mean, you opened up. What, you made a Facebook page like what, yesterday or?
It was maybe the day after the show, so like the 17th.
Yeah, and you already have almost 300 followers. I made my Facebook. I made the Facebook page for my show like a year ago, and I barely have 30. Yeah, so
I feel really fortunate that I have a lot of support in my
Yeah,
life.
oh,
And my
yeah, yeah.
parents have a whole network that they're sharing with, so
That's
it's really
that's really nice.
I will
It's very
plug
nice of
you
them.
too.
thanks.
There we go.
Yeah. What's it called? And well, like I said, you have a Facebook page now for to chronicle your musical venture. So,
do.
what's your next move? Any prospective moves or anything?
Actually, I'll be playing a show through an on-campus group called Sana.
I was part of Sana.
Okay, yeah, it's a really great group. They
Yeah.
have, like, vagina monologues and, like, some spoken word stuff throughout the year. So on Thursday, they're going to have a show, I believe it's at Sunset Rec. But you should Facebook it, Sana Open Mic. But it's from 7 to 9, and I'll be playing there, so that's really
very
fun.
cool.
And I also, I want to take advantage of this, like, motivation that I have from people being so kind to me, like having such wonderful responses, and also using Spring Sing as a platform, because like it totally is. Like there's people around campus now who like recognize me and some of them like my music, which is so nice. So I'm working on like recording stuff very soon. And I need to just keep writing, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I had all the time in the world. I'm kind of behind in school. I need to really get on top of that. But ideally, I would just be in my room writing all day. So there are things to come. So keep an eye
Very
out.
exciting.
Yeah, awesome.
Future's bright.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's always
definitely.
good. Yeah, what's it called? So, how do you balance your own creative projects with like boring old schoolwork? How do you do that?
Not
'cause I
very
it's-
well.
Yeah, you have to strike a very delicate balance. So
It's hard. I talked a lot about this with people backstage during the show, especially We the Folk, the band who won Best Band. They're all so talented, and they're like really going places, and they played like a wedding last weekend, and they're got recording stuff going on. And I talked to the drummer about like, hey, if you were given the opportunity to do something awesome, would you take time off of school and go do that? And he actually has been given wonderful opportunities to play with incredible musicians like on international tours, and he turned it down because once you leave school, we kind of agreed it would be hard to come back to school and leave, and we both want to get degrees.
Wow.
So-
boss man, boss lady.
Really, though,
Get
no,
them
this-
degrees.
I think it's important nowadays. I think.
Yeah.
I think that there's
Putting yourself first. That's good.
Yes, but I really want to
tempting, though.
It's just hard. It's hard because like, what if this is my chance and this is my
Right.
peak,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
decide not to like fully go for
Right.
it? I don't want to regret anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could go right or, I guess, wrong. Either way. I mean, you can always come. It is hard to come back to school, but obviously the lovely UCLA, it's not hell on earth or anything.
No, not at all. And it's in LA, so I'm right in the middle of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm sure you can still get involved in a lot of like the music scene in LA. I'm sure it's pretty
Definitely.
hopping, but
I think
you get a
I
break
need to
a
just
little.
like have the motivation and be productive with my time, not like
Yeah.
watch movies all day. I need to like,
yeah.
maybe wake up an hour earlier and work on music then, and then go to class and then do my homework right away, and then I can work on music after that.
Yeah,
Like, it just
definitely.
takes the drive.
Right.
yeah, it's just
Very doable.
Yeah. What's called class tends to do that, doesn't it?
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it takes
Don't
it
I
out
know
of
it?
you.
It does,
Mhm.
yeah. But learning is fun and important.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm all for learning. I'm just more skeptical of like class itself, you know? Yeah, like what's it called? I mean, so I think well, I don't want to derail the conversation because we get into a whole debate about this. But I just think that learning and education are two separate things, and I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, what musicians did you growing up influenced you the most? Like who really got to you? You know?
I think I started getting really into music during the late high school years. Greatly influenced by my friend Hope. She and her sister have just the greatest taste in music. Brother. Okay, I think that I never listened to an artist and I'm like, okay, I want to make music that sounds like them.
Right.
Because it would be so easy to just copy
Mhm.
their chord progressions or their vocal styles or whatever. But they're definitely artists that I can say I listen to a lot and I respect them a lot, and that I think do influence me in some way. Namely, Laura Marling. She's a British
Wow.
musician. If you've ever heard of Noah and the Whale, they sing 5 Years
Yeah.
Time.
I love that song.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know that was.
for a while she was in that band. There's like a female vocalist for a while
Right.
in there, And then she broke one of the boys' heart, and
as you do.
Hopefully not me, but
yeah.
as them ladies do. But she's released, I believe, 6 albums now, as well as many miscellaneous songs. And she's 23 or 4.
Wow.
And she's just so womanly, and her lyrics really get to me. So I think I idolize her quite a bit, and I'm influenced by her in some way.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And does she like, would you say this song that you performed for Spring Sing, was that like heavily influenced by her, or are you trying to be more try to keep the influence to a minimum?
I honestly didn't control it.
Oh, okay.
So thus far when I've been writing songs, what I do is I guess inspiration struck, and I would go in my car, my room, or whatnot, and hit record on my phone, and just like whatever came out, and then I stop recording and write down what I sang, and like tweak a couple things. But this song kind of just came out all at once, and I wasn't even thinking about her at all during it. But during the first rehearsal, the first all-cast rehearsal, the lead singer Elena from We the Folk came to me and she said, "Have you ever heard of Laura Marling?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I really
That's
like
awesome.
her." And she's like, "You kind of remind me of her, but I like you better." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
oh dang! No, she did it.
Not only did she say that, but like this girl who I really respect said that. And I was like, "Wow, this is a good day."
That's amazing.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. And
those connections through music.
Oh,
so
seriously,
as far as recording, is it just your thoughts, or do you like just say the lyrics? They just come to you, and then you just press record, or
it thus far has been guitar playing and singing all at once.
That is so cool.
Okay, I'm gonna ramble for a moment. So
please.
For this song in particular, I'm not very good at guitar. I mean, I'm teaching myself. Bought it last spring. Don't know technical things. I know literally 5 chords. Like some boy was like, "Oh, play an E minor," and I was like, "Can you show me?" So I'm like working on that. But I am glad that I'm like that, because I think that some musicians will come up with a chord progression and play that over and over, and then like mix the lyrics and the vocals to go to that. Whereas for me, because I don't know a lot of guitar, I'll like hear something in my mind that's mainly vocal driven, and then I'll figure out how to accompany it.
Yeah.
Which makes things much more limitless.
You can sort of learn the guitar according to your own style.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
I was like pluck around until I figure out like, oh, that's what I want it to sound like. I'm not like, oh, I want to play an E and then an A and then an A and C. And then I was going to say something else to that. Oh, when I used to play piano, and when I would, because I understood that instrument more, people would ask, like, do you write like your music or your lyrics first? And I'd be like, no, it just kind of comes all at once. But with guitar, because I'm not as skilled, I found that I'm more vocally driven, and then later I'll figure out.
That is so cool.
I guess I already said that, but
no, that is completely fine.
There you go.
Yeah, what's it called? Well, speaking of your song, I just realized I've been remiss in this, but what's it called? How would you like to play it for our audience?
Okay,
I mean, because I feel
exciting.
Yeah, because I just realized a lot of people didn't. Weren't able to attend Spring Sing. A lot of people did, but a lot of other people didn't too. So do you think you could play it first?
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Maybe we switch mics, because this one I've.
Oh yeah. That's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, you guys, what's it called? So I'm like, oh, there it is. There's, yeah, we're gonna switch mics right now, and you get to hear her song more fully. So I'll be over here. You can hear me better.
I'm gonna put it closer to the guitar because it's pretty quiet.
I think I'm gonna close the door so we don't get any sound pollution.
Okay, sure. Fancy of you. Okay. I tried to tune it before I came in here. That's good. Okay.
Breathe. Take that rope down and think to yourself what all of this means, and smile. Wipe the tears from your cheeks and see life gets better all the while. A wise balding man told me this tale once. I would like to share it with you. Flat land lathered with grass, riddled with dandelions in maroon, and a big old white Colosseum stands there eroding, and inside a big white stallion rams the walls, and floating through the air, two wise champions of the world, they can see beyond the walls. But for the horse, that is all. And with hand upon cheek, hairless as his head, he came to, turned to me, and whispering he said, "Sweet child, that is innocence, so breathe. Picture this and please breathe. Stop ramming your damn head against the wall, mount the sky and see, and wipe those ceaseless tears from your drowning eyes, and lift up those corners, take a break from despising everyone you know, everyone you see. Stop pushing us away. Perhaps I'm crazy, but I want people there when you die. As for now, you'll lie alone, and I try so hard, but I can't help but hate you, and I try to stifle the pain, but I often just cry. And I have stood by your side, but's the end of my line. Why do you yell and scream, hate the world so it seems, beast without reason to be? Why? Oh, why? Smile. No shame for that freckle on your lip. There's a reason, my child. I care for you. Please say that I do, for it's a ticking clock, the time that I'll love you.
That was awesome.
That was great. Thank you so much, Sienna.
Of course.
Yeah, what's it called?
Just as lovely live as she is live.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, see, what's it called? Stick with me, Asmita, and you get to see people, Spring Sing contestants.
Yeah, the
perform
most
live.
up-and-coming artists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's it called? And, well, I'm going to switch.
Go for it.
Yeah, our mics. And, I want to ask, because it's interesting, that song, it's like, felt like I was getting, like, mixed messages from it. Like, at one points, it seemed like you were, like, kind of like, you seem nostalgic, like, oh, yeah. And then at other times, you're like, you're mad, like, you're the guy you're addressing, you know? So I'm ultimately, like, what was the mood you felt when you were writing this? Was there one mood, or was it, like, a whole bunch of moods?
Gosh. I think I just love this person a lot. But at the time of writing it, because things have changed a lot, but at the time I wrote it, it's like deep down I love them so much, but they were so frustrating at the time.
That definitely comes through.
Yeah, okay. So it was mixed emotions that I felt.
Okay,
As
good.
you feel with everyone.
Yeah.
It's just true.
Yeah, so I was kind of nervous about asking that, because I have to admit, I'm, like, musically illiterate, so I have
Brother.
well, yeah, I am. Yeah, like, I mean, I just
You've got
like,
the two best, most qualified people interviewing you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I also am musically illiterate. We were talking about this before. We both sound like cats when we sing. Just,
Oh, brother. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know anything about music. You are a radio DJ. You play awesome music on your
Oh,
show.
thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I know the music. I just don't know. I just don't know how the mechanics of it work. You know, like, yeah, that's why I say. Yeah, and I'm sorry. What's the name of your song for your listeners? I don't want to butcher it, because
I shan't be there, parentheses, when you go.
I thought it was that, but I didn't want to say and get it wrong.
Fun fact.
Uh-huh.
So I'm also on a DJ on UCLA
Oh,
Radio.
yeah.
And my show's called the Blank Show. And every week there's a different theme. And so one week's theme last year was songs with negative contractions in the titles. So word encouragement. And I tried to find a song with shan't in it. And there were some, but they were just not
right.
very nice songs, very good songs. And so when I was like, I had to like title this song for the Spring Sing application, and I hate titles for art and for songs. It's so frustrating.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use Shan't.
Yeah, be the first.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that's the first thing I noticed about the song title, actually.
Yeah?
Like, I read it, I was like, I shan't. I was like, that's an interesting choice of words. Yeah, and then lo and behold, there was like an ulterior meaning behind
yes.
that. That's pretty
Also,
cool.
shant's an odd word because it can be interpreted in two different ways, I think. Because, like, shall not. It's like, is it that you shouldn't do something, or that... I don't know how to articulate this.
I mean, it's ambiguous, just like your feelings in the song.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Precisely.
perfect.
Bringing it full circle.
Yeah. Good job, Asmita.
Yeah, no music, you know.
Are
You
you
learning?
Are you co-DJs?
No,
actually, no.
I'm
This
subbing the 10 p.m. show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very
well,
nice.
Yeah, it was, both of my interns were unable to come. They were gone for Memorial Day weekend, so
Okay.
yeah, I came in, and so at some point she came in too, and I was like, and you weren't here, and they weren't there, so I was like, why don't you come in? I was like, and I was just so I don't talk to myself, because I've had enough of that. I've done
And
that so
the
many
rest
times.
was fate.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How fun. Are you an intern too, then?
Yes, comedy intern. I am.
Oh, done, Nathan.
Yeah, with Nathan Wednesdays. That's when my air check is.
Wednesday
just
what?
practicing. Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
Okay, everybody listen in.
Oh, plugging,
Wednesdays
you
6
know.
p.m.
Yeah.
Don't, it's my air check.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry, we won't. We wouldn't be telling anybody to listen if we intended to do that. But then again, if we were going to do that, we wouldn't tell you about it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, well, it's all. Yeah, you mentioned you were a radio DJ, and it's all. I'm curious, what made you decide you wanted to join UCLA Radio?
All right. Well, I joined last winter. I was a wintern last year, and I had heard a little bit about it because my friend Tom, who no longer is here, but he was a big personality around radio, he joined in the fall and made some great friends, and I met some of them, and I noticed that they were people that reminded me of people from my high school, and I hadn't found a lot of people like that at UCLA. Like people who liked music and dressed kind of cool.
Yeah.
And were going to shows in LA.
That's true. Everyone is so cool. Everyone's so trendy and so, so much cooler than me.
Nice little niche.
Yeah,
UCLA.
definitely.
Funny to see you say that on a show with the host who wears a Hawaiian
Hey,
shirt.
that's
all the time.
pretty
I
cool.
noticed earlier.
Oh my
He's
God.
wearing a
That's
very
pretty cool.
dapper
Yeah.
shirt.
Hey.
It's like
you
faded
dressed
in.
for success for
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah, he has a tie on right now.
Yeah.
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 You're just rocking
Sad.
it, dude.
Thank you. Yeah. Apparently, this shirt triggered somebody. So
Oh,
What?
this shirt triggered somebody that they were. Okay. Well, so I guess triggering is it means. Well, I don't want to get too distracted, but triggering means it's supposed to mean when somebody with post-traumatic stress disorder sees something that reminds them of their trauma, and this
Wow.
person, yeah,
that's like a very happy shirt. What?
yeah, exactly. So okay, well, and I guess this what's called. However, it's been. I guess I would say it's diluted to mean you see something you don't like, and so the meaning. So yeah, that's basically what's happened. This girl told me she basically said that she had whale phobia. I don't remember what the condition was. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And I was just
Of course, the
yeah.
ever-present epidemic of whale phobia.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I had never heard of that, and I was just like, I'm sorry.
These faded cartoon whale shirt.
Yeah, and she had to stop. She was going another way. She had to literally stop and turn around to go towards me. She was looking.
Oh wow! So this was not someone you knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess yeah. So luckily this is radio, so I can't trigger anybody with it.
That's true.
Unless I triggered you guys and you don't.
I'm so
and you guys
fine.
are really-
Triggered happiness.
Yeah.
How if that truly did affect her so much, I'm so sad for that girl.
Yeah, you know
The
what?
hard life.
Maybe I'm making light of
Yeah.
a very serious condition.
Yeah.
Although
well,
it's rather easy to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being insensitive, but I just thought it was a little suspect the way she went about it. Yeah. So yeah. But enough about my whale shirt. You're wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. Actually.
I am.
Yeah.
I
What's
wear
it?
it almost every day.
Oh really? Oh really? Oh
Yes.
my God. That's cool.
It's my best friend's, and he moved to New York, and so when I wear it, I think about him.
Aww.
That's pretty cool. What's it called? Do you like Mickey Mouse? Do you watch the cartoons, or you just
Like
know
the
who
old
he-
school, drawn Mickey Mouse
Yeah,
cartoons.
yeah. Any of them.
I can't say that I watch them often, but I have in the past.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually not a big Disney person.
You know, me neither. So many people are.
It's funny,
I'm a
huh?
Disney
Yeah.
person.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a Disney day here last quarter. So
Are you from around here? Or around Disneyland at all?
yeah, I'm in Santa Ana. A couple.
Okay.
Like,
Oh,
right
I
next
knew
to-
that because I
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Boston.
Okay. See, I think there's
A
not
proximity,
industry,
sort of?
Maybe, yeah.
Mm.
If you grew up with it, then it's like a
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really have any Disney pride. It's like
I
a
mean,
really
I like
old,
the Disney classics, but it's not like
Yes.
I'm a diehard spend $20 on a keychain at Disneyland type of person.
Precisely. Yeah. Or like I need an annual pass.
Mm.
Like if I never go there again, I'm okay.
Yeah.
This is like
Disney haters.
This is like blasphemy on the Bloop.
Talking about whale triggering and Disney hate.
Disney hate triggering right here.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Should have you all sued for millions of dollars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah. And if not, if you don't have the money, we'll have to take your guitar as collateral.
Okay. That was worth way less than $1 million.
Oh, okay, well,
Go for it.
yeah, well, it'll have to suffice.
Okay.
We'll take your autograph now. It'll be worth
Oh, that
millions
too.
later.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll sit on that
That's
for like
cross
5
fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 years. Yeah.
I tried to do that with my Pokemon cards when I was little.
Yeah.
My best friend and I were like so over it, but we're like, dude, we should keep them, and then years from now we'll sell them because they'll be worth so much money.
Oh yeah, Beanie Babies.
No, Beanie Babies maybe.
Maybe
We
they're
did that.
they're
My
still.
family was crazy about
Nobody
those.
wants Pokemon cards.
No.
Just
Yeah.
no, and I just have piles in my.
People love Pokemon though.
Wait, another 10 years.
Yes,
true.
seriously.
It's gonna happen.
Well, apparently it still is prominent to some degree because Dimitri Camperos, who's
Yep.
a comedy
Yep.
in UCLA Radio,
Dimitri. I know Dimitri.
he referees Pokemon
Yeah.
tournaments for a living,
Yeah.
or a college living. So
Yeah. On my, we did a show for Pledge Drive, and we had to say one interesting fact about ourselves, and I said that I was good at whistling, and he tried to make me whistle the Pokemon theme song, and I was very much put on the spot because I did not remember what it was.
wow, I would not know.
And so it sounded like I was just lying, and it was awful.
Could you give us a little whistling taste right now? Like Happy Birthday?
Okay. Oh, no, this sounds bad. It sounds bad in here, and I can't whistle under pressure. All right,
I'm
here.
sorry, I'm pressuring you.
Triggering me.
Putting there's tears in your eyes. Better than me.
Absolutely better than me. Can't whistle for crap. That was amazing.
thank
That was
you.
amazing. This is
I'm
the
impressed.
second line performance on my radio career.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is a big show.
Big day, yeah.
Yeah, big day for the show.
Was not good at all.
No, it was better
You
than I
fooled
could
me.
do.
You fooled me.
There was one I remember being so embarrassed that Dimitri made me whistle that, and then I sounded like I was horrible at whistling. And then I was whistling another song, and it sounded so good, and I was like, I should have whistled that, and now I still can't remember what it is.
When I was in high school, I really wanted to be able to whistle, and I made a playlist of songs with whistles in them, and I definitely listened to it on the way to school, practiced, and I'm like decent, not nearly as good as you. I have a whistling playlist for sure.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, what's it called? I don't. Oh wait, no. Wait,
Do you know
hold on.
Skinny Jeans by Eliza Doolittle?
I do not.
There's not a heavy whistling part, but it's like part of the chorus, and I'll start whistling that in the elevator. Not doing it. No.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm. But spelled like genetics jeans type.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. What's it called? And there's something I wanted to ask. There was one more question I wanted to ask about your song.
Oh, I'm sorry for being off track.
No. But
Yeah, this has been such a digression.
No, it's good. It's good, you guys. What's it called? Live interviews are generally more open-ended, so that's always good,
It's fun.
It's more it is exactly. It's more fun. There's a lot more energy, and what's it called? That's always good for radio. I feel anyway. But yeah, and there's that one. If I can't think of that one question, I think we're gonna move on because I actually have another segment for my show. It's supposed to be for my interns, but they're not here. So we did it before. It's called Mexican or Spanish, and that's where I play 2 songs, and you guys, since you're here, so you guys have to guess if the song is Mexican or Spanish.
Okay.
Exciting.
Yeah. So
Can they both be Mexican or both be Spanish, or is it one is one and one's the other?
they could be both, but generally it's one is one and the other is the other. So yeah, I'm not
Can
gonna.
one song be both Mexican and Spanish?
Yeah. Well, what's it called? It gets a little interesting. It'll get a little interesting, and I'll
alright.
explain it. But what's it called? I'll explain everything afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I can't think of the question. So dang
So
it.
fine.
I know, but it's I really wanted to get as much as possible. Because
Maybe it'll pop in your head afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. So well, if that's all then, well, this has been my interview with what's called Sienna Moffitt, what's called UCLA Spring Sing contestant, musician, and UCLA radio DJ. So she's got a lot under her belt, you know. So be on the lookout for her. She you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Search
cool.
my name, Sienna
Ooh,
Moffitt.
plug.
Cool. Yeah, that's it called. You follow my channel on YouTube, because we have a channel for the Bloop too.
Oh, awesome.
So you should do that.
I definitely will.
Yeah, it'll be perfect. Give me 2 followers for once. Yeah. So this has been Sienna Moffitt on the Bloop with Dr. No and Asmita, filling in for DJ Rock and Marcel.